I was talking to one of my unks recently, and he said, life is good. You can't complain. The idea was that there's so much to learn, experience, and embrace in life, and we never take advantage of a majority of it. Never even crosses our mind. We take things for granted, and we don't notice the depth of what's around us either. And even worse, many of us don't even nurture our immediate space. That's why taking care of yourself should always be the main priority. So here are some ways to do that. And maybe it goes without saying, but I'm a big believer and fan of expanding my horizons. In my videos, I try to display my love for wandering, whether it's exploring the big city and watching the movement and just the interactions of it all, or walking through a quiet trail, or chilling at one of these establishments that maybe I haven't visited before. At the very least, I make the effort to give myself something to look forward to as much as possible. Like, I'm telling you, there's so many places and things to explore around us, even when we aren't aware of them. I find myself asking some people, like, you never been here, you never been there, and it's places that aren't even that far away from them. Ultimately, you don't have to travel a million miles away to find things that could draw your interest. One of the most underrated things you can do is, well, doing things. There's so many things to do that can help you build perspective on yourself. Go to the movies and just immerse yourself. Go to a concert or live event and just vibe. Find out how the nightlife is and find a place to relax or maybe even turn up. Go try one of the millions of food places around town. Go to the ball game and take in the atmosphere. Go look at a building and just wonder how the hell they made that. Or just be tuned into the events happening around you and find a way to maybe visit one, even if it means just passing through to get some food. All those small things add up and create new lanes and dig little rabbit holes that you never even thought of. The bottom line is, thinking outside the box in more ways than one can definitely bring you a certain level of purpose. Something a lot of us struggle with is obsessing over things. There's a lot more to life than chasing women, money plays, and solving everybody else's problems. And stress is one of the biggest killers, and those three things I named can contribute to that heavily. You might obsess over that girl who ain't giving you the time, or over that ex that didn't work out. Obsess over that job that you applied to or got denied of. A big reason you might obsess over things is because you don't expand your horizons. You don't go anywhere or do anything. The more places you go, the more people you come across, the more your mind expands. And the less space those things you obsess over will occupy. The key isn't in constantly chasing things, but realizing that you aren't limited to what you know currently. The next thing I want to touch on is gratitude. Something I learned a long time ago was to be grateful. Cherish the simple things. Cherish the opportunity to grow and make decisions every day. Cherish the time with family and people who are a joy to be around. Cherish every exercise. Cherish the travels. Cherish the ability to express yourself. It's all about embracing the moments. It sounds cliche, I know, but capturing the moments is very necessary. Our memory is so unreliable a lot of the times that even when we enjoy things in the moment, it's hard to remember the impact it had on us. That's one of the biggest reasons why I built a habit of taking pictures and videos all the time. Sometimes it's just a POV shot, or me is just recording myself doing things like on this channel. Other times it's just me snapping or taking a quick picture of something I find notable. Basically, the best things in life are always worth remembering. Like, man, there's those times where you're just chilling, having a great convo with those loved ones, and taking a simple picture to mark the moment can make all the difference, especially when you're scrolling through albums months or years later. A good quote my parents always told me was, "Without fools, the wise cannot exist." A few ways I think about this is, one, we should be somewhat thankful when we see other people do dumb things. Like, let's be real now, somebody's gotta do it, as long as it ain't you. And it might make you feel better about yourself too, so that's a plus. Seeing other people do dumb things should provide adequate information to not do the same thing. You ever find it crazy how no matter how many crazy stories you see and hear on the news, on TV, down the grapevine, in general, whatever, people will still do it again anyways, every day. Like, I'm just thankful and lucky that my younger self didn't do things that were dumb enough that I still gotta deal with right now. Now, I didn't do everything right, but I'm grateful the wrongs didn't mess me up too bad. Way too many times do we make decisions that seem right at the time, but end up being the anchor that holds us down in the future. The other aspect of that wise versus fools quote is exploitation. Look, there's people who may not be all that smart in the vacuum, but they're very good at thinking 2 steps ahead of the person they're dealing with, or at least being knowledgeable enough on a particular subject to where they can exploit somebody. So if you aren't careful or informed, you can and or will be taken advantage of. Sometimes you might call it ethical exploitation. A basic illustration of this is in finances or in psychology. Let's say a car salesman or a realtor or insurance agents, sales type things. These people are supposed to help you get what they want, but they're using psychology on you as well, right? They know about a particular subject more than you, but there's an added incentive for them too. Their objective is to get you to make that deal. Problem is, some will sell folks a car on a 96-month loan knowing they can't afford it, or encourage you to overbid on a house nobody wants to get a bigger commission, or they might even have you pay higher insurance premiums than discourage you from filing insurance claims. Again, just some examples, but you can't let folks pull the wool over your eyes. This plays into the concept of trust, and to be frank, I don't really trust folks like that. It's an unfortunate result of life teaching the same lessons over and over, but I think in a vacuum, learning who, what, when, where, why, and how to trust is very important. Not only that, but to what degree should you trust to, and with what information, especially depending on the environment. A healthy, reasonable amount of skepticism is important. I trust people to do what they're incentivized to do and what comes natural to them, not what I want them to be. The next big thing is understanding limitations. I always feel like some people can't get away from trouble in their lives because they always go looking for it. It's almost like they have a savior complex. They have to have all the answers. They got to be the middleman, the balancing act, the arbitrator, the moderator. They want to fix everybody's problems. I'm just like, you ain't got to take on certain problems in life. Or in other words, everybody's problem ain't your problem. So it's good to recognize how to filter past unnecessary things and focus on what actually pertains to you. And finally, being able to turn your mind off sometimes is a great thing. Low maintenance, simple, smooth, chill. Those are the words that really resonate with me. At the end of the day, showing up and being present for yourself is the best way to take care of yourself. So if you made it this far, appreciate you for watching again. If you want to see more from me, be sure to drop a like below, hit that subscribe button. And I also have a newsletter down below where you can get more notes like this straight to your inbox. So yeah, if you enjoyed this one, appreciate you for watching again. If you want to see more from me, make sure you drop a like below and leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Subscribe below. And I also have my newsletter where I share notes like this straight to your inbox. Big salute to the real ones again. I'm out.